Whoa, so this is high school. Gee, I wonder what colorful adventures this important journey in my life will take me on. Hey there, stranger. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I was wondering if you could point me in the direction of class M10. You see, it's my first day and I'd hate to be tardy. What the fuck? Oh, dude. If you were to grab a handful of monkeys, equip each one with a hammer, and throw them into a room made of glass, you might get a fraction of what I think high school was like. Like, some of these kids were evil. You had people doing borderline hate crimes, all for just a laugh. Like, what kind of sick individual would cause mischief and torment for their own entertainment? Me. It was me. Well, not just me. You see, in the early years of high school, there was this thing going around called table toppling. And to briefly explain it, one person would get behind the victim and crouch down just below the legs without them noticing, and someone else would come up to the victim and push them over. Dude, people took this way too far. This thing spread like the plague. It was so out of control. And apparently, this is not coming from a trusted source. This actually happened to one of the teachers. Like, can you imagine as a teacher trying to de-escalate this violence?
Now you kids better stop this tomfoolery. Someone could get seriously injured. Oh, my back.
Dude.
My back.
That was awesome. High five. Now, the strategy actually evolved further. So, you know how two people grab each end of a sweater and run behind someone sweeping out the back of their legs? We found this to be more effective as the momentum would carry the weight of the person upwards, giving them airtime. So, there was some thought put into these ideas. I mean, they weren't good ones, but hey, you can't force a fish to walk. I remember me and my friends spotting someone we knew carrying this large tray of lasagna by himself across the oval. And dog, if we were Eve, then this was our poisonous apple, a forbidden treat that we knew was wrong, but my goodness did it look delicious. But because we were such good boys, we walked away. Instead of ruining this kid's lunch, we went to the library and studied for our upcoming mathematics test, in which we all aced, setting an example for our peers and peers to come. Whoa! No, wait. It wasn't worth it, I'll be honest. Another trend at our school was around the same time as the devious lick trend, where people on TikTok would just steal and call it a devious lick. So I'm sitting in science class and I distinctly hear three key words come from the guys behind me. Those being devious, lick, fire extinguisher. Did that motherfucker say fire extinguisher? So they had my interest piqued. I mean, the combination of those words are endless. Like, it would take a mastermind to decipher them. How could we possibly figure out what they were planning? They stole the fire extinguisher. Ah, so that's what they were doing. As soon as class ends, I rush out of that classroom to find my friends and tell them what happened. Huh, so that explains the giant clouds of fog. What clouds of fog? Oh, what the fuck? Turns out they didn't just steal one. They deviously licked at least 5 of those puppies, got them all together, and sprayed them at the back of the oval. And this happened multiple times, and then eventually the school had one of those meetings where they're like, does anyone know why we've gathered you all here today? No, this is just a guess, but could it maybe be that half the school can't fucking breathe when they step 2 feet outside of a classroom? That's correct. I know it's correct. Another thing is that during lunch breaks, we would have to find new ways to keep our creative and growing minds stimulated. Like one time, we dug a hole in the ground. Alright, hang on, let me explain. During one of our lunch breaks, on a particular boring day, we found that if we kicked the dirt on the oval, it would create a small crater. Are you being dead ass? Don't click off the video, please. So we had a brilliant idea of gathering 10 people to constantly kick at the same spot. The result? A massive hole in the middle of the oval. And this turned out to be a week-long operation of us kicking the ground day in and day out. It honestly started to grow like some kind of religion. We had people chanting its name, sacrificing school items into the hole. It was our greatest accomplishment yet, and we thought nothing could bring down the hole. It seemed invincible. Until... Yeah! Ho! Who's with me? So that put an end to the whole thing pretty quick. Another time, me and my friends got a plastic fork, and I snapped off one of the prongs, so my friend next to me goes, "Now it's a threek." We all kind of look at him like he just spoke in a fucking alien language. "What the fuck do you mean, threek?" "Well, you know it's called a fork because it has 4 prongs. Now that it's got 3 prongs, it's called a threek."
What?
That man later went on to study engineering, graduating with the 2nd highest ATAR score at our school. We actually took it a step further and turned it into a wunk. And I'll let you guys figure out what that one is. And can you guess what we did with the wunk? We threw it at each other. Also, around the same time, these older kids had an Instagram account where they would post kids from our school doing dumb shit, mostly hurting themselves, and it actually gained a fair bit of motion. Shit, not as much motion as the KOBOSHOW though.
Oh my
chill,
no,
settle
shut
down
up.
now,
Okay,
settle
okay,
down.
Wonder.
But either way, if you were posted on this account, call yourself a frosted donut, cause you were getting glazed. One of the kids in my class, who we're gonna call Epic Gamer 420, really wanted to be on this account, so he devised a plan where he would run into our English class, rip all the posters off the wall, and scream profanity before running out. Holy shit, Epic Gamer. I don't know if that's a good idea. But it didn't matter what I thought, because the admins of the Instagram account were like, "Hell yeah, dude, that's genius. You just gotta get it on camera." Now I could say that I told them to stop, but I didn't do that. Dude, I'll record on my computer so it looks like I'm doing work. Oh yeah! Psst, hey, did Epic Gamer give us a signal? What are you talking about? Like, you know, like a signal to know when to start recording. Shit. Man, fuck school. Fuck all this English fucking Shakespeare bullshit, bro. Fuck you, Miss Slattery, you buh.
Oh my god, he's gonna say it.
Buh.
Here it comes.
Brace yourselves. Bimbo.
Oh my god.
Anyone get that on video? Oh, he's gonna be so pissed off. So that about summarizes about 1 week of my high school experience. 5,000 likes, I'll make a part 2. Me only subscribe cause bartender. Me want bartender part 2. Where bartender 2? Bartender video funny. Me want more. You'll have to pry it out of my cold dead hands.